Hey guys, Cardboard Box Productions here, and it's time for my next countdown. The topic of this countdown is We Play Motion. Now, the original We Play, most people will hate it. I actually kind of liked it, but I definitely think We Play Motion, its sequel, is definitely a step up. So I'm going to be counting down all 12 of the games, the mini games in it. 2 rules. 1, I will only be counting the default mode of each game, and 2, I will only be counting the regular games, not the 3 hidden ones. Also, just a quick note, just like every time I got my footage from you, just like all my other countdowns, I got my footage from YouTube, so this is not me playing, so don't think that's what my me looks like. So anyway, now that all that explain-a-majigging is done, let's begin. I'll be honest with you, I hate Flutter Fly. The concept of it is that you play as a leaf, blowing balloons through the sky. Now, this dumb concept would be forgivable if the game was fun. Unfortunately, Flutter Fly is not fun. Not only is it really boring, but also it'll make your wrist hurt if you play for a while. Also, there's another thing I've got a question about this game. What is with the enemy choice? They're birds! Now before you say, oh, this is a We Play game, well, you know what? Other games on We Play Motion have had UFOs and ghosts, so there is really no excuse for having birds be the most deadly enemy in this one. Trigger twist. Great. Of all the games from the original they could have remade, they had to pick the one where you're shooting balloons. Okay, I can understand why other people would like it, but that was my least favorite game from the original. While this one does try, it just doesn't really entertain me all that much. If you like it, that's fine, but I'm just not really big fan of it. It's definitely better than Flutter Fly, though. I can guarantee you that. Scuba diving for treasure time. Good thing we're playing Treasure Twirl, otherwise it wouldn't make sense for any other mini game in We Play Motion. What you do is twirl the Wii Remote to make you go down and up and gather treasure chests and oxygen. If you run out of oxygen, you'll lose, and you also lose treasure chests every time you hit a jellyfish. Obviously, higher score when you get more treasure. While not as exciting or fun as the other games on this list, I still did enjoy this one, unlike Flutter Fly and Trigger Twist. Okay, so Jump Park, what do? You jump around collecting gems all day long until you get to the exit. Now, this may seem like a good idea in theory, but this game really got harmed when they went to actually make it. Why? The controls really don't work. And it's even worse on 2-player mode. At least for me anyway. This guy doesn't seem to be doing too badly. So maybe I just can't get used to the controls. But it's my list, not the guy who I got this footage from's list. So, oh yeah. And yeah, Jump Park may be fun, but controls of Jump Park are not all that fun. Veggie Garden is essentially Whack-A-Mole taken to the extreme. You have 3 fruits, I guess, even though most of them are actually vegetables, and you have to pests that try to steal them. But don't smack means they give you more fruit. The thing is, the pests will try everything they can just to make life harder for you in taking them out. Getting all sorts of new skills in trying to take you down, or rather steal your fruit. This truly is a simple game taken to the extreme. And that's about it, really. Veggie Garden, Extreme Whack-A-Mole! Cone Zone is probably the simplest of all the games. Basically, random ice cream scoops are magically being scooped onto your ice cream cone. And you basically have to keep it balanced with the ice cream staying on top, just to make sure it doesn't keep up. Cheery music really helps with the atmosphere, and once you survive a wave, it makes you feel encouraged to keep going. I've made it up to, I think, about the 40s, maybe 60s. Some people have actually made it up to 100, which just boggles my mind. So yeah, simple but fun. In Star Shuttle, basically what you have to do is get your spacecraft to a specific point, or rather, the apparatus in front of it to match with the space for the apparatus to go on the space station. You have to deal with all sorts of kinds of physics stuff that I bet all you physicsy fans of mine would know about. And every time you make it, the space station gets built some more, so it makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing something by doing it. You can twist and turn your ship, make it go in different directions, all sorts of stuff. And each time they change the apparatus, or apparati, or however you say it, on your ship to make it a bit harder. Like, they might give you 2 or 3 points to connect, they might put them on the side or even the back, or some other stuff. And yeah, it really is creative. However, it is probably one of the hardest. But it is a lot of fun. This one is also pretty hard. Teeter targets. Basically, you hold your Wii remote sideways and use it to tilt the teeter totters to use the ball all to destroy all the targets. I like to use the T sound in this sentence. Oh look, another remake! Seeing as it's this high on the list, you can tell that I liked it more than I liked Trigger Twist. Basically, this is actually a big improvement over Pose Me. Basically, all you had to do was put your me into bubbles. This one's a lot better. You're going through a tube, and basically there are cutouts of what pose you need to strike. The me already strikes the pose, but you have to rotate him into the correct, position just so you can get through it safely. And you have a time limit, which is more restricting each level. And the poses also get harder each level. And you only have 3 hearts. Get hit once you lose a heart. Lose all 3 hearts, then you lose the mini game. Also, another thing that I enjoy about this is actually not what I enjoy about this, but I think this might be some obscure reference to Hole in the Wall. You know, that show where people have to make it through holes in the wall. Although this is a lot easier. Windrunner is one of the worst things for something you can do in real life. Good thing this is a video game. Basically, you're going out in roller skates, holding an umbrella in front of you in the windiest day ever. Yeah, that's not gonna get you killed or anything, But the game is really fun. It wouldn't be up here if it wasn't. It's fast-paced, has you collecting gems, going off ramps, going through rings of gems, and overall, it's like a race, and it's really fun. Here's another instance that I'm really glad this is a video game. Hey, now, half of you are going to be saying, oh, you can't skip rocks in real life. And the other half of you are going to be saying, oh, look, another person who can't skip rocks. I see. Basically, in Skip Skimmer, though, skipping them's really easy. You just have to have the right, the speed with your swing, and you should be good to go. And you can get a high amount of skips, but that's not the best part. The very best part is if you do well enough, you can get special kinds of stones you can throw. Oh, all of which have special effects, such as the lightning one, which goes in a zigzag pattern, the dolphin one, which every time it skips it goes underwater, the heart one, when it goes up in the air real high, even just some with special effect, with sound effects. But by far my favorite stone is the UFO. Oh, 'cause not only does it make a neat sound whenever it hits the water and glows pretty neat and just has a neat appearance overall, not only that, but it doesn't sink in the water. Instead, it flies up into the sky. Overall, this is a really replayable game, and it's really cool. Number 12, my wrist! Number 11, they had to remake this one. Number 10, it's okay. Number 9, bad controls. Number 8, extreme whack-a-mole. Number 7, how many scoops did you get? Seriously, tell me in the comments. 6, let's build a space station. Number 5, annoying alliteration. Number 4, hole in the wall. Number 3, don't try this at home or anywhere else. And number 2, see you up in space, little pal. Spooky Search is by far the best game in Wii Play Motion. Basically, you have to hunt for ghosts. How do you find them? You have to move your Wii remote around the actual physical real-life room that you're in, playing a game of hot and cold, it getting louder every time you get closer to a ghost, with the Mii's on screen giving you hints. And once you right on it, the Wii remote will vibrate, then you hold the B button and drag it on the screen, and deal with its resistance, which is basically just like Luigi's Mansion, until you get it in the position where it's about to go in your trap, and you release the B button to send it right into your trap. And in the later levels, and by later levels I mean like the last level, they even fake you out by like off screen, sometimes it being furniture, and ghosts appearing on screen that'll try to kidnap your Mii's. Spooky Search. What a great minigame.